Always welcome.
I got some books here to share that people sent me. I got a letter somewhere that somebody sent me, so I got some show and tell.
Oh, good. Oh, good. It's taking its time. All right, I think we're there.
I got thin skin. Look at that crap.
Oh, that looks awful. That's awful.
I I just bump when I'm out working, and I
Yeah,
just bump myself. It tears my skin. I start bleeding, and it's like I got to do something because
yeah,
I got to keep working.
yeah. It's good to keep busy, that's for sure. Okay, we are live. Yay. Okay, so today is Tuesday the 23rd. I'm here at Sue with Awakened Stories, and I'm here today with the real, the one and the only, the original John F. Kennedy Jr. Hey, John, how are you?
I'm hanging tight. I really am, and I appreciate you for asking me to come on today. I've been in a bummer mood lately, and
Yeah.
wanted to tell the whole world to go screw themselves, but you asked me to come on. It's like, hey, I'd love to vent and let off some steam. So much hate and shit going on. Um, it, it's a
There's
pleasure to be with you today. It really
there's a
is.
lot going on. So for those that haven't watched our previous videos, we're asking you to read the book Stolen Identity by John Kennedy Jr., available at Amazon. This is what it looks like. And that tells the core story that we've already talked about several times on the video. And then we've done videos for several months. The first two tell the basic story of what happened to John. So if you don't know, don't ask me the questions in the comments. Go back and look at those videos or read the book. And please pass the book and the videos along to others. We want to share the story to basically build awareness of what's been done to John and others. There's a lot of others that we don't even know about out there that have experienced, not the exact same thing, but similar experiences, which are not positive. So we want to
Well,
help.
there is so many victims. But what
Yeah.
I'm exposing, I mean,
Yeah.
I was born in the White House. I was controlled by our shadow government, placed in so-called witness protection, and I know so much that people don't know. People aren't awake. I'm trying to share
Right.
the takeover. I'm trying to share organized crime has taken over the United States government at the highest levels. People's vote doesn't matter anymore. Organized crime is in total control, and
Right.
identity theft, pre-planned, first-degree murder. I'm not sugarcoating it, people. Pre-planned, first-degree murder and
Right.
identity theft. It goes all the way to the top. The presidents, people running for president. It's all a scam, and we are all the victims. And I'm doing what I can to share this every
Right.
which way I can, but we are being hindered, being blocked because they are huge, huge organized crime ring, and
Right.
we need to bust their bubble. They
Right.
run everything. They run the news. They run the internets. They run Facebook. They run TikTok, YouTube. They run it all. I can't sugarcoat it. They want to control what you know every day, and we're living in a movie. Hollywood.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it's so huge what I'm exposing. And
Yeah.
I'm not just some person off the street, people. I'm the son of our president. They murdered my loved ones. They killed my loved ones. They replaced my loved ones. And it was a takeover of our government. Kennedy files. You want them to release the Kennedy files? Donald Trump won't release the Kennedy files. I know the Kennedy files. I'm right here. Blood is thicker than water. I heard that all the time when I was a kid. But please get the book. If
Yeah.
we can make this book number one, we got them beat. We got them by the balls, people. If we can make this book number one, we can be
Yeah.
free again.
Yep.
That's my plan. Q has no plan. Q movement was put in place by these people, these organized crime members. It's all a scam. All the things that are being done against me to hinder me, it's all a scam, crazy kid. Get your butt out of the camera. But it's huge what I'm trying to wake up to these people. This goes, I know, I've lived it. Secret Service training, CIA training. My whole entire life, I was a victim to these people. I learned it. I lived through it. Some of them didn't want me alive. Some of them aren't alive today. My family's not alive today. My son's not alive today. This story, this book is still open. This is the first chapter to my book. It's still open. My life still isn't easy. It's being hindered every which way. My
Right.
life is still in danger because I'm exposing people like Donald Trump. You know, and I got to say this, I see this all over the news. They want you to see it all over the news because it's, you know, hey, the biggest photo op in this world on today is Donald Trump going like this. It was a photo op. If you can't see that was a photo op, people, you're blind. It's a Hollywood photo op. The Secret Service in real life, never would have let that man stand up. You would have never seen Donald Trump after that first shot was fired. They would have wished him off stage and had him protected. Never in a million fucking years, people, would you see Donald Trump standing up like this for a second shooter to blow his fucking head off. It was staged. Hollywood. That young man died because MK fucking Ultra. Straight up, people. It was all staged by the Secret Service, Hollywood actors for that one fucking photo op to try to make Donald Trump president of the United States. And who
Right.
am I? I'm John Fitzgerald Kennedy. My father's head was blown the fuck off. I've seen it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen my mother laying in a puddle of blood, people. I've seen my sister dead. They told me to go stab my sister. I'm not pulling what my knowledge is out of my ass. And I'm betting. Sorry, Sue. It's been a
Okay.
long week, and
No,
I'm
go
so fed
for it.
up with the haters and the bullshit. I'm trying to save this country from the takeover of organized crime. And I know you're trying to help, but I get aggravated. I just got off the phone trying to bury my freaking son after a month. The paperwork, the legalities, and it's really, really frustrating. And all I keep thinking is my son was a victim to all this bullshit too. I tried to protect him. They screwed up his mind, and they used him and abused him just like they used and abused me. But they need to pay up. We need justice. America, all the other victims to this crime ring needs justice. And
Yeah.
I feel a little better now. And I hope I just woke some people up that are blind to the truth
Yeah.
because it is so huge. My story is so huge. It affects everyone. It affects all Americans. It affects people in other countries. Hey, babe. Oh, here it is.
It affects everyone. This
It
story is
affects,
so big, it affects how our
and
whole society is run.
and
Yeah.
it needs to get out, world. It really does. I just got this the other day. Awesome card of
Oh,
a
that is,
motorbike,
yeah.
but it came from England. And so my story's getting out, world. But
Yeah.
I'll just read this real quick. Dear John, I'm sending this with prayers, hoping that you get it okay. Maybe you can mention you got something from UK, and I'll send you some more notes. I hope you realize how important your story is exposing the mafia, as they have not only infiltrated America, but all countries in this world. You have been through it all, and I admire you as you never give up. You will certainly make a great leader. You will not fail. Sending you love and light. And that came
Beautiful.
from England. And it's cards like this that keep me going. Like I said, I haven't made a live video all week. I've been so pissed off, so disgusted. And I got this in the mail yesterday, and I'm like, how can I freaking give up on people like this? You know, I can give up on the haters all day long, but people like this deserve me to keep fighting for England, for
Right.
justice, because I know personally, I know I met the Queen of England. I bowed to the Queen. I kissed her hand, probably kissed her ring. I call her the Queen Mother. I know England was taken over by organized crime and the mafia. Personally, not pulling it out of my ass. So I know
Right.
it's not only in the United States, but like it says in this card, it's world. I can't give up on people like this. I really can't. I got to keep preaching. I got to keep sharing. I really, really do because we're in trouble.
The
You know,
same
when you have
thing. the-
murderers and you have criminals and you have thieves, and the thieves are so rotten, you're not going to have a good life. We got to get rid of the criminals that don't mind killing and replacing people with identity theft so they can have a better life. And it's
Yeah,
not about them anymore with me. It really isn't. It's about people like this.
beautifully
But
said.
I have gotten some wonderful gifts lately. I wish I could get more letters declaring our United States government criminals supporting me. I have a good handful though. I've gotten some really like letters like this. I get teared up and I get fired up. It really fires me up from when I'm down and out. But here's a good example. There's been a couple people sending me books lately. This book right here, John F. Kennedy Jr., right?
Yeah.
The fake one. So what did this gal do? Bless her freaking heart. She covered that no good organized crime member, and he was a member of the Gambino crime family, people. That's right. The John Jr. you knew was the son of Aristotle Onassis. He was my stepbrother. He had no fucking Kennedy blood. Organized crime puts blood in, blood out. They killed my loved ones and they were killing them and replacing my loved ones. That's why his picture is on his big fucking book, but now mine's on it. And mine needs to go world because we're exposing what these criminals at the highest level are doing. And not only did they steal my identity, thinking I was dead, thinking they had killed me and replaced me,
Yeah.
they put it all in everybody's face, right? In everybody's face. And I don't know if you saw it, Larry King interview. I think it was the year before he was killed. Larry King had him on his show. Please look on YouTube. I think it was 1995 Larry King interview with John Jr. Larry King straight out was shaking him down for organized crime, letting him know that he knew what they did. Larry King was letting him right on TV. He said, "Don't you some?" Well, first he said, "Do you find it hard to be a junior?" Straight up, Larry King asked him that, and then Larry King said, what if your name was really David on national fucking TV? What would you do if your name was really David? He was shaking him down. It goes to the highest levels. And once he heard Larry King say that, he started choking up and he said, I recommend it. He was telling the world he recommends identity theft because it left him a life of riches. That's how arrogant this son of a bitch was.
Right.
Straight up arrogant.
Right.
They do their crimes, they put it in your face, they go on these shows, Oprah Winfrey, but he screwed up and the mafia took him out. He messed up.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt my feelings. I didn't hold anything against him. I knew he replaced me. I was told he was my stepbrother. But when he tried to have me killed so my story would never get out, tough luck, John Jr. You choked on a fish.
Wow. Well, I want to say so many things, but your story is of global importance because this is not only happening in the US. You just happen to be in the US. This is happening all over the world. So those in other countries have interest. Number one, we're theoretically one of the most powerful. We're a superpower, or we used to be. All right. We ran the world, we thought, right? That's the way we have grown up. We run the world, right? We're the best in the world. Well, look what's happened to our own people
Yeah.
doing that to our own people.
Well, the United States of America is the big prize, and they've
Yeah.
been chipping away at us. Russia, China, everything we buy is from China. All we keep doing, instead of buying American, we keep buying China.
Yeah.
And when we do that, we make them more powerful than us. They got slave labor in China. That's how you can get something we have to make here for $10 for 50 cents there.
Yeah.
There in Russia, you're not allowed to be gay. In China, you're not allowed to speak out against the government like we are here, like I'm doing right now. I would be, if I was in China speaking about China or North Korea,
Right.
I would be taken out in the middle of the street and executed publicly.
Right.
These people have infiltrated the United States of America. Organized crime might not be waking up to it because they're all worried about their mighty dollar. But organized crime working with the Communist Party to destroy America has already taken place. And slowly they are putting their plans to totally take America away
Right.
from us.
Right.
And
Right.
that's their plan, people. And I'm exposing that plan to the world. Either wake up and join John Kennedy Jr. and the story, you read his story. This crazy cat. This cat's awesome. She really is.
I love cats.
This cat came to me and my son. It was totally wild. It would scratch me if I tried to pet it. And that was a few years ago. When my son passed away, we went and captured her from under the house with a can of tuna fish. But look at her now. I mean, she'll still try to scratch me and get me if I mess with her a little bit, but she's just a big ham for
Yep.
the television here.
Yep.
Uh,
They just
some
want
cute-
attention when you don't have attention to give, like you're trying to talk, But
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
So
getting spoiled now, though.
yep.
She's getting
Well,
lots of tuna fish.
they're good companions, and you can tell all your problems to a cat and it will just look at you like, whatever, just feed me. Be happy.
Robin's never had a cat.
Oh.
So we got a litter box now, and Robin keeps buying that deodorizer and all that stuff. And she's like in the litter box, she's like, how'd that cat do that?
Uh, okay, so we just established this is this issue is of global importance. It's so important. But I guess what I wanted to say today is it occurred to me, I've been with family lately, how lucky we are to have our family, how important family is to all of us. And you were robbed of that privilege. Your family was all murdered, literally, and taken away
I
from you.
had a break. I had a breakdown in 1975 when I actually had my head in the sand, tears, and I was dumping. I don't know. I think I learned that ritual from overseas, but in 1975, I had my head in the sand and I was putting dirt all over my head. I was freaking out because I did not believe I had any Kennedy blood left, that the organized crime had taken them all away from me, all of them. And the Secret Service that were there said there was nothing I could do ever. And I was flat out. I had tears in my eyes and I was saying, I got to go find a gun. I got to start killing motherfuckers. I got to get justice. My loved ones are all gone. And they're like, there's nothing you can do. You're too young. And they've given me a lot of training since then. I've had a lot of sorrow, a lot of hatred in my life, but it is so important to get this truth out.
Right.
I have had so many wonderful books and stuff sent, though. I have never seen this one. This lady sent this one right here. It is so awesome. It's got my daddy on it. There is so many books. It's amazing.
Right.
Of the legacy of my father. I love it. And people, all the photos are of me. If you look up John Kennedy Jr., all the photos are of me up to the age of 10 years old. They're not of him. He replaced me around the age of 10. But look at the hair color. I even get to hate her, but look at that hair color. Look at my earlobes. Look at my dumb ass sitting there. And that was staged for a photo op. Just like fucking Donald Trump going like this, that was staged. They had me rehearsing in my bedroom going like this for hours. Stop it, kitty. And hours. I was told I would get the signal. It's all a photo op. And I can't stress it enough. Just like Donald Trump, that would have never, ever, ever happened in a million years. But they want to, Donald Trump's got it right. The media is corrupt. The media is taking over. The only problem is he's part of the same crime ring working for the media because his picture is all over it. They're that powerful to fool people. And they kill. I'm a witness to that. That kid, 100% MK Ultra. 100 freaking percent. Our FBI, our Secret Service, and all this want to do investigations on that kid. Go back a month, go back 2 months, go back 3 months. Get surveillance from 3 months ago and see the men in black going into his home in the middle of the night, putting him under MK Ultra and programming him to do what he did. Straight up. That's how it's done, people. I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass. I know how it's done. I've seen it over and over and over again. It's a photo op. One big photo op for the crime families to take control of the United States government. I'm still venting, Sue. I'm sorry.
No, no. I thought it would be a really good time to talk about Trump because I've had a great amount of fun watching what's happened the past couple of weeks, right? And I am shocked when I see people that think this was a real event, that it was not staged, that it was organic, and that Trump almost really died there. And I'm like shocked that they really believe that. Like it's so
Oh,
apparent.
there's so many people.
Yeah.
So many people believe it.
Yeah. And
And they
now
need to
they're
wake up.
now we've
They
got
need to wake
Biden
up.
that's Biden is dead. The guy playing Biden is finally dead and will be announced soon, we think. But they're all like
Yeah.
they're voting for Kamala Harris, who can't technically become president because she's not a citizen, a natural citizen. Although that hasn't stopped us before, of
Well,
course.
our military needs to take over right away. They
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
The job for the president of the United States, I can't stress it enough, is the commander in chief to protect us, to keep us safe. Somebody that has the knowledge, the training. Somebody knows what a fucking AK-47 is or an AR-15 is. Somebody that can protect us, that has the military training to protect us. They put people in place to destroy us. People that will chip away at the American, commander. Think about it, commander and chief, the most knowledgeable, the most taught, the most educated person should be the commander and chief of our armed forces to protect us. None of these people are. Trump isn't. Biden isn't. Harris isn't. Obama wasn't. Clinton wasn't. None of them were. Ronald Reagan, great president, Hollywood freaking actor. It is so huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people need to wake up to what's really going on. We need to get a team of generals running. We need to get a general or two generals from every branch of every service and gather in a room and sit down and say, what are we going to do for America? Because this is bullshit. America has been taken over. And I hope there's generals that see this video and hear me shouting from the rooftops. Get together, join forces, work together, and realize we're fucked. The United States government has been overthrown. Excuse my language. I'm a soldier. And people that can't handle my cuss words need to wake up because I'm swearing because I'm upset. I'm swearing because I
Yeah.
know what is going on. And people need to wake up and realize this is how important it is, whether it's a cuss word, a swear word. It is huge. It really is huge.
Super huge. Like I said, it's really fun. If you can step back from the emotion of the election, the whose side is right, the this, the that, and just look at what's happening out there in society and see like all these crazy things that are happening, you can see how fake it is if you're not emotionally attached. You see the fakeness. So what is the next step? All right. So Trump has
And
gotten hit, and now he's like everyone loves him even more. I'm sure that they're raising more funds for him, just what he needs, right?
while we're
What?
talking about Trump, let's talk about Trump and Epstein.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about Maxwell, Epstein, and Trump. Let's talk about Trump, Maxwell, Epstein, and the John Jr. the whole world knew. Let's talk about Epstein, Trump, Robert Kennedy. Let's talk about them all, the Clintons, because Epstein was killed in prison, straight up. People like that don't kill themselves. He was silenced. But here's the thing, child molesters, I lived it, I've seen it. Child trafficking, the replacement of children with these people in power. It's huge, this organized crime, but it's all the same crime family, people. Donald Trump is right there with Epstein. Hundreds, there's literally hundreds. If parties and everything else, they are all the same crime ring. There's little girls sitting on Donald Trump's lap over and over and over again. There's court documents saying he's a pedophile over and over again. His money, his power, the people in power in this crime ring don't advertise. They don't. But as personal experience that I had being sexually abused, thrown in a dog cage, tortured, locked in a bathroom, so many, forced to eat poison, rat poison at a table, the things they do for money, for power, for extortion. It's crazy. What they do to children, it's crazy because these rich people, when they have children, it's their ticket, it's their golden ticket. You mess with the children, they pay off. But Donald Trump is right there. There's so many pictures that people wake up and realize, but the bullshit is so heavy. The mind control is so heavy
Right.
that
Right.
people can't see the bullshit when it's right there in front of them.
Right. Right. Yeah, like we said, the political system here in the US, both parties are, different wings of the same bird, both corrupt. And it's the corruption. Like we had an illegal election. Well, for the past whatever number of years, we've had illegal elections. What makes us think this one coming up is going to be any more legal? Nothing's been handled from the last one that we all know was fake. So it has to be cleaned up before we can move forward.
Yeah,
It
the
can't
people
go
people
on
are
the
voting
same.
for are placed.
Yeah,
Elections don't matter anyway. They're
yeah,
placed by the organized crime. And this even gets into the military. But like I said, we need to get the military commanders involved. This country's for we the people. So
yeah,
we the people need to scream from the top of the roofs. We want justice. We're tired, but people need to wake up first. This is my daddy and me. My daddy didn't live as long as I've lived. We were around the same age when that picture of me and my daddy was taken. Somebody was posting on Facebook yesterday claiming I'm wearing a mask. This is old fucking age right here. I'm 63 years old. I got wrinkles. I got one tooth for all you haters that want to take a picture. I got to go to a dentist. I can't afford to go to a dentist. They have kept me in poverty. I'm still being hindered to this very day.
right.
Me trying to share my story. I'm on disability. When I get my disability check and I get your love offerings from you people, I spend it to share my story. I just got 35 books sitting here. I signed them all to give away. I got stickers for my trailer. I'm going old school. I got stickers all over my truck that say I'm John Kennedy Jr. When I pull up at a stop sign, people are checking it out. You can see them get on their phones. It's old school. They've controlled everything we do on the media. That this story should be.
Right.
We should right now. We should have 1 million fucking viewers. Straight up, we
Yeah.
should. But we are being hindered. We are being blocked. This is the biggest story. It really is what they did to me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you, Sue, with all my heart, asking me to come on and share it. But we the people need to get it out. We really, really, really do. I keep getting asked this DNA question. We've spent thousands of dollars, 5 DNA tests, but I still get hit up for DNA. Quit fucking hitting John Kennedy Jr. up for DNA. Demand the United States government and our Secret Service and our FBI. You fucking write them a goddamn letter, demand them to prove I'm not who I am or prove I am who I am, and quit covering me the fuck up. I'm ready to go to Washington. I'm ready to drive to Washington with a letter from you declaring it. I'm putting my life on the line. I'm willing to do what I got to do. Quit fucking with me about DNA and get the job done. Send a letter to our congressmen. Send a letter to our senators and demand justice for me. Demand answers for me. They should be talking about this all over the fucking hill. It's the biggest story. And what's being done, I'm getting asked to prove the fuck who I am.
Right. Right. And what they think is that you're doing this for some sort of publicity, some sort of monetary gain,
Oh,
some
trust me.
reason like that.
I would rather straight the fuck up. I would rather have a fishing pole on my Harley driving to the goddamn lake or the river to go fishing. I spend all my extra time making videos, posting videos, getting harassed, taken down. My lions on TikTok, taken down, harassed, um, being called liars. They have put so much in place to hinder us all. It's sickening. It
Right.
really is. We
Right.
need to start demanding answers from these people that are doing all the hindering, this organized crime ring, and start getting the truth out to the American
Right.
people.
Right. Right. I agree. And that's why we're not going to stop. Now, um, again, we've told the core story. Occasionally you tell us other stories, but we have to just get out there and ask people to share the story, share the book, share the reviews of the book, share all of that around so other people hear the story. They don't know. They don't know what they're missing. They're kind of blind. They're getting sucked into what we're
Yeah,
being told out there in the news, right? So,
stolen identity. Some of it's in here, just a
yeah,
fraction of it. When I was young, there was so many attempts on my life. When the Secret Service would come talk to me, I was like, I just want to freaking go hide in a goddamn cave. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't even like people anymore. I just want to go sit in a freaking cave and relax and chill out and eat me a can of freaking beans. People don't realize what I had to go through to be me.
yeah,
So I can share this story to this very day. It's
yeah,
so important. I'm not sitting in a cave. I'm not being a hermit. I'm not being a caveman because it affects every Americans and people like this letter that I shared. It is all over the world. And if we can get my story out, if we can make this book number one, it'll get out.
yeah,
We have a chance. If we can expose these people for the heinous crimes they do
exactly.
and expose the files that aren't released, expose to the world, and take our media back from organized crime members that post it all over what they want you to know, the programming, what they want the American people to know. It's no better than Russia. You see, they even post it. The media in Russia, it's controlled. They only want the Russian people to know what the government wants them to know. Well, wake
Right.
up, people. It has happened to the United States of a fucking America, and we need to take our flag back. We need to we need to go to all the Fox, CNN, ABC, and free them from the organized crime, corruption that they're under, that makes them only place the stories that they're told to place for us to
Right.
see.
Right.
There's so
Well,
much we have to do. It's so huge, but we're America. We're the greatest nation in the world. We can do it. We can free ourselves from this government. We can, but it's not going to be easy. Not at all. And I'm going to die trying. I already know that. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. But we need to start marching towards Washington and do something about it. We can't handle criminals anymore in our
right,
government getting
right,
away with murder. We
right,
can't.
Right. There's no reason that we should have organized crime in any level of our structure, in our government, in corporate America, anywhere. We don't need them. We don't need them anywhere. And everyone needs to educate themselves as to what's happening, not only here in the US, but worldwide. All right. So, like I said, it's not a unique story. Yours is unique, but things like this happen to other people all the time. Any celebrity, any celebrity's child, you know, a lot of them have been switched out, and the general public doesn't even know it.
And I want to
Yeah.
thank everybody for their support, their kindness. A big shout out to the King, King Smarty. Um, it helps me every day. It really does. Even though I'm aggravated and running off at the mouth and cussing and swearing, this right here, he sent me this. He said it was for my post-traumatic stress disorder, and just having it around my neck helps. I still get aggravated, but it does. It helps. So big shout out to the King.
Yep.
A big shout out to everybody that has sent me these books lately, the cards, the gifts. It means so much. I got a guy. He's from Bullhead City. He was a pilot instructor, and Bullhead City was where my mother was killed, and Aristotle Onassis was killed. I came back here to make my last final stand, but he sends me $5 every morning. He said, I usually go to Starbucks and get a $5 coffee every morning. He said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you my $5 because I know your cause is so important. So every morning I see $5 hit my Cash App. I'm like, dude, that is so freaking cool. And this man, his father was a general, a
Wow.
United States Army general. He lost his father, and he has many questions also. He knows
Yeah.
where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
and I know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And we need to
Yeah.
start getting the truth out, how things are really run.
Yeah.
We really do.
Well, the fact that he's giving you an individual the money rather than Starbucks, a corrupt corporation, is a fabulous idea. Fabulous. And it hurts him. It's got to make him feel good that he's helping you, right? So that's a great idea.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
So a lot of times we're asked, where the money we're asking for, like there's a Cash App link that'll be in the description below. And that money, of course, goes for John's living expenses. But what he's been doing is buying extra copies of his books to give away to people that haven't read it yet, which is something you can do on your end as well, no matter where you are. Have your library or even local bookstores carry it, write reviews for it, pass around copies. And then, of course, John is planning to come out to Arlington and put his book on his father's grave soon. So he needs your support there as well. So it's a
Uh,
big
I'm
commitment.
still,
Yeah.
I'm still got it in the plans.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's a big
it
trip.
yeah. I plan on. This guy even said he wants to come sign my trailer, so I plan on taking the truck and trailer down to Laughlin just so he can sign it.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to on the streets are happy to sign my
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
It's something old school that'll
Yeah.
help get the story out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to see 1 million signatures all over that
Yeah.
trailer. It's
Yeah.
a dream. It's a pipe dream. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know, but it's something old school to get the story out.
Yeah.
People can't deny when they see JFK in big red letters on the back of the trailer, they're going to have some kind of questions.
Yeah.
And the answers are right here.
That's
And
right.
like Sue was just saying, if you can, I don't have any control on Amazon. I really, really don't. It was $17.99 all week, and I guess I must have sold a couple of copies because they raised it back up to $19.99. But if you buy two or more copies, they get cheaper on Amazon. I don't have any control of it. I make $4 a copy, whether it's online, a hardcover, or whatever it is. But if you can, buy two. If you can help me buy 2 books to give, send it to congressmen, give one to your library.
Right.
Let's get this truth out. Look what they did to the son of our president. Help me get it out. It is that
Huge,
important.
huge thing. Huge thing. So thank you for participating by reading the book, watching the videos, sharing things around. I feel like we're at a good resting spot for today. Are you feeling that, John, too, or do you have more you want to say?
Yeah, if I can. This was from my father. This is in the book.
Right.
Takes up a whole page. There is a plot in this country to enslave every man, woman, and child. Before I leave this high and noble office, I intend to expose the plot. People, they've made us slaves. They've took over. My father was executed by government, by the people trying to enslave us for what he wrote here, for his words. He also said he would splinter our CIA into a million pieces. I intend to carry on his works and expose them. I really, really do. I need your help. I need the slaves of this country to realize they're slaves and help me expose them. Please.
Please share. Very
Peace.
powerful. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, Sue. I appreciate you with all my heart.